Hello, Steven Down here. I wanted to come on here today and I wanted to make this video and I wanted to talk about your emotional state and how it intertwines with your business. How your mental and your emotional self relates to business. Because I know a lot of people, when they're doing business online, when they're in network marketing, when they're building their businesses, you tend to create lists. That's what we've all been taught. Create an action item list, a to-do list essentially, for all your different things that you want to get done, right? And so you might have all these different things on your list. I have no idea. I know my list is, my weekly task list has an enormous amount of different things on there, but I wanted to talk about your emotional energies around it, okay? Most people, they look at that list and they just want to get the list done, right? The sooner you get the list done, the more that you're going to bring into your world, basically, right? But what ends up happening is you need to be aware of the emotions, your emotional state, when you're doing the list, when you're doing the task, right? When you're doing whatever it is that you're trying to get done. Because if you're doing a weekly list, if you're doing a weekly task or daily task list, and you're trying to get things done, and you're like, okay, I want to write these articles, and I want to create this video, and I want to do this, and oh, I got to check my ads, and blah, 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 you got to look at what's your emotional self around. Because if you're in a mental state, an emotional state of being very down, not in the mood, not feeling good, not energized to do it, what kind of energy are you going to be putting into it, right? What kind of what kind of energy are you going to put into it? You're going to have a lower sense of vibration about yourself, a lower vibration level, which therefore is going to be harder for anything to manifest out of what you're doing. It ends up just being a routine activity, a routine task, as opposed to putting energy into it and getting excited about it. Now, I'm not saying when you're doing your task, when you're doing your actions, that you need to be in this super high vibration, this crazy energetic self, but you need to be in an uplifted, positive experience. If you're in a negative experience or a negative feeling at the time, your feelings are not there, your feelings are very down and depressed, maybe you shouldn't be working on that list. Maybe you should be working on yourself. Maybe you need to be taking a look at what's going on the inside so that you can therefore turn around and create those items or do those items and have a much greater result, have a much better emotional energy attached to it, and things will just soar a little bit faster, okay? Now the other thing about this is when you're sitting there thinking about doing your task list, if you're feeling down and you're feeling uneasy about it or depressed about it or whatever the emotional self is, a negative emotion essentially, don't be using that as an excuse as well, okay? Don't be like, well, I'm just not in the mood, so I'm just not going to do it right now. I should be in I should be in an uplifted mood and a good mood, so I'm just not going to do anything right now. That's not what I'm saying either. You need to be putting a good energy, a positive energy, an excited energy, an uplifting energy that you're having meaning and you're having purpose, but don't be using, well, I'm in a crap mood, so I'm just not going to do anything. I'm just going to go watch a movie or play a video game or something like that. You need to be looking at that balance and looking at, well, I'm in a crap mood, so instead of me doing this action list, why don't I work on myself? Why don't I figure out why I have this mood and move it so that I don't get this mood again, or change the mood, or change the belief, whatever it happens to be. Work on yourself so that way you can be more effective and you can do more things and you can get more done, okay? That's happens in people's businesses all the time. They're in a mental state because they're burnt out, they're tired, they're whatever, they haven't done enough self-growth yet, whatever it is, their mental self, their purpose maybe isn't there. They don't know why they're doing it. It could be a million different reasons, really. So take that time and work on yourself, okay? Work on your internal self. But also, you still need to get those actions done, right? Because if you don't do the actions, your business isn't going to grow and nothing's going to happen. So create ways so that you are in those moods. Create ways that you can have those feelings. And when you're doing those action items, those tasks, you're in that positive state. You're in that energetic state of, you know what, I want to just, let's let's get this done, let's go, 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 and you have a positive energy because you know you're doing whatever it is that you want to be doing. You're impacting the world, you're building a business, you're doing whatever it is, but you're doing what you want to be doing, right? So you're going to get both those states. I know I do, I think everybody does, but when you're in those negative states, go look at yourself. Go figure out what's going on inside so that way you can come back recharged and you'll be more effective and you'll get more stuff done. So in your business, you'll just be that much more efficient when you've done the work on yourself, when you've done the work about what's going on internally, what's going on emotionally, what's going on mentally, and you know what's happening. You know where you're going. You know what your mission is. You know what your purpose is. You're on track, right? So when you sit down to do that stuff, write an article, create a video, do whatever, you're just like, yeah, let's go. And you put that energetic energy, that positive emotional energy behind it, and you're just going to be manifesting more things back. You're going to manifest more things in the world. Your business is going to grow more. You're going to impact more people. All these things are going to happen more because you put more energy into it, okay? So that's about everything I'm going to chat about today. Read down the rest of the blog. I hope you guys really enjoy this. If you like it, retweet it. I'd really appreciate it. And talk to you guys later. Bye.